How's it going, guys? Welcome to a new video, which of course I must make a video on this new method for fire making on 07. I know most of my old school videos lately that I've been uploading once a fucking year have been like update videos, sort of. I don't know if this one will be exactly an update video. I mean, you can kind of tell by the top right of the screen how much XP my account currently has, so yeah. But for today, I felt like kind of reviewing this update, kind of like a new method for fire making basically on 07. And in terms of the actual reason for this update was basically a skill-based boss where you basically use skills to kill a boss, which has been like anticipated for quite a while now for at least for 07. I think for even Rs3, I think they're working on one, or they've talked about it, I believe, in the past as well. This is probably not what most players expected by a skilling boss, basically becoming like an actual new method of training a skill, not just for killing the boss. Quick thing to note, this method is scaled to levels, so you won't be getting as much XP as someone with 99 fire making, such as myself. So the XP drops you're seeing won't be as high for you if you aren't 99 fire making, so keep that in mind. But this method is just about 300k fire making XP an hour. Can be a bit higher, but yeah, just because of the fact that you have to like wait for the next boss fight to start, that kind of wastes time there. So yeah, you can do things like bring fletching supplies with you, and you can fletch. I haven't tried bringing like logs in here. Maybe you can fire make while you actually wait for the boss to start, because there's no one else fire making here. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe you can do it though. Maybe next game I'll try and see if it works. But there's a little bit of a delay after each boss is killed and the new one starts. You have to wait like a minute or some crap. So normally people just bank, get more food, I guess. As for right now, I'm just using brews because they're relatively, I mean, they're like 4k each, I think. So it's like 1k a dose. So it's not too horrible, but yeah. You're probably better off bringing like monkfish here or some crap, to be honest, just a few monkfish, which has been, better for Ironman, I mean, because a lot of Ironman fish those as well. Speaking of Ironman, this is crazy for Ironman. Jesus fucking Christ. This method also will give you like 20k woodcutting an hour or some crap, so it's pretty damn good in terms of woodcutting and fire making. Now, as for the method itself, it's kind of a mixture of like not just bonfire fire making, but kind of like Jadinko layer. If you guys remember in Rs3, that area where it's like 330k fire making roughly XP per hour and like 30k woodcutting an hour. You would go around, collect curly roots from the jade vines or whatever, and then you would come back and basically bonfire the curly roots in your inventory. So it's kind of a mixture of that and just like regular bonfiring. And from what I've been told, this method's like 300k profit an hour. It gives you like mahogany logs, yew logs, teak logs, and like a few seeds as well. So it's pretty damn good, especially like for Ironman, like I said. Because I mean, fire making is kind of an issue on an Ironman, not really, but sort of. I mean, if you can just do this and not have to collect logs ever, then this is quite amazing. The one thing I think people fail to realize is that it is much more than just 300k profit an hour, just because the fact that fire making is a buyable skill. There's no other way to get this experience unless you spend money on it. So if it's 300k an hour, which roughly from what I've done the past hour and a half, it is 300k an hour, that would normally cost you like 900k plus worth of coins to just buy logs and fire make them. So technically it's over $1 million an hour if you ever plan on training fire making with like Magics or Redwoods. Especially Redwoods at this point, it's much cheaper. Magics are, I think they crashed a bit, but not much. But Redwoods have crashed to the absolute ground. They're like 750 or I think 700 even right now, which is insane. It's technically only 300k profit an hour if you're 200 mil fire making, because fire making costs money to train no matter how you look at it. So yeah, I would say it's much more than 300k profit per hour unless you're like 200 mil fire making. Then you gain no actual XP, you're just gaining the profit. So yeah, if that makes any sense, then consider the fact that you're saving a lot of money as well, which is what makes it even more overpowered. Because basically all you need is an axe, not an axe, well yes, an axe to cut the things. You need a hammer and a tinderbox in your inventory and bring some food. The reason you need a hammer is because the brazier does sometimes break. So yeah, if it breaks, you just like repair it. You don't actually have to repair it. Other people around you can do that for you, but it's like 400k construction XP, which I'm going to assume is probably also scaled to level, but it's like a 400 construction XP drop and it takes like 1 tick. So may as well have the hammer just be in handy with that, and then have the tinderbox to put the brazier back on fire, which is like a 600 XP drop. So it's quite worth having those. Anyways, I do believe that probably majority of the players will be doing this method now for fire making, not just because it's AFK, but it's like free and it's also a bit of profit, and I guess it's like relaxing to do, sort of. So I can definitely see it being the main method now for just like casual players, even, or even like efficient players, honestly. I'll probably end up doing this while I play my Ironman, but that's only because I'm not really too worried about efficiency at the moment. Anyways, the method itself, I think, is sort of balanced in terms of XP per hour. 300k firemaking isn't too significant. Like, you can get like over 500k an hour with Redwoods. That is doing like perfect, like not having to relog too often at all. But you can get up to 500k, so it's like almost half, you know, it's quite a bit more. The only thing I wish they did for this method was like make you bring your own logs or something, because this is going to cause quite a big effect on logs. Like, no one's going to be firemaking Redwoods anymore besides like, a few players that are worrying about like efficiency and stuff, obviously. I don't know who the hell fire makes magics anymore. Redwoods are like 10 times better. I guess if you're working your way up towards the level of Redwoods, then sure. So like 80 to 90 fire making, you can do magics, and after 90, if you want to go past 99, obviously you just do Redwoods the entire way. The only thing you need to make sure for this method is that you do get the actual kill count, because the kill count is like a 9.9k fire making XP drop at the ending, or it's scaled to your level as well, but yeah, make sure you do get the actual kill count, or else you will not get that bonus at the ending, which will affect your XP per hour by quite a bit, to be honest. Alright, so for my next game, I just brought logs in here to see if I can fire make, and it says you can't light a fire here, so that's kind of funny. You can't light a fire here, and the whole place is about fire making, but I wouldn't mind if they were to update that, but I guess, I don't know. Anyways, I think sometime soon they're going to probably start discussing Redwoods and like what they can do to them, because very few players will be fire making Redwoods at this point, I believe. This will just be the main method that people train fire making for, so I do hope that they like make Redwoods into planks or something. It's kind of necessary at this point. They need some type of an update, because they're going to be like 400 each before you even know it. Now, I haven't updated my house since the update yet. I'm probably going to go update that actually really soon, but I believe the best method probably for this would just bring like a house tab basically, or just house tab teleports, and just go get your HP back up there, and you can teleport back here through the teleport. So you could do that as well for your house. You don't actually have to run to the bank like all the other plebs are doing, especially me in this video. But overall, I would say this isn't like a horrible update. I think it's sort of balanced the XP rate. I mean, there's really not that much you can do with fire making as like an actual skill for like a new method out. Bonfiring it just is like the only thing that really makes sense. The only thing they could do to make it less AFK is like having to re-click the tree, or having to like re-click the brazier every log or something. That's the only way they could actually really change it. But besides that, the method's kind of set in stone for how you train it here. But if I do end up doing this method while I play like my Rs3 Ironman or something, because it's kind of relatively AFK, I will probably make like a loot video if I end up getting like freaking 100, or not 100, probably more than 100 of these things. Maybe like 1,000, yeah, 1,000. That would take us at 100 hours or something like that, roughly. But yeah, if I end up doing this while I play my Ironman, which I probably can do, I'll probably get pretty shitty XP rates though, to be honest. I probably won't even get the XP drop at the ending of the boss kill. I probably won't get the KC, which means I won't get the box, god damn it. Though there's one thing I can say is that I would have preferred them just to basically add bonfires, because this is basically the same thing, but it's not even using logs. Bonfire would have at least been like the same thing as this, a bit more AFK, but at least I would have used the logs out of the game. Every log right now would be rising instead of crashing, so it would have been better for the economy. But yeah, I guess this is what we get. It's not too bad though. Like I said, I mean, it's kind of weird though for a boss. Like, I thought it would have been more interactive, to be honest, because it's like, you know, you wouldn't think it'd be like AFK for a boss. Or I would have actually even preferred Jadinko layer, basically. Just literally copy Jadinko layer, fire making, and bring it onto old school, because it was like half AFK, and then, you know, it was good XP rates as well. But yeah, then again, it doesn't use logs. Well, as far as the outfit goes, the fire making outfit, I believe they're probably going to be changing the drop rate of it. It's quite rare apparently at the moment, like extremely rare. And I think you can also get like duplicates or something, but yeah, I'm gonna assume they're gonna change it so it's more common. I don't think it should take like freaking 100 hours to get the outfit. Basically, it wouldn't really be worth doing if you're planning on doing Redwoods for fire making. But yeah, I don't want to sound too ranty, because the average player will probably love this method, and that's like fully understandable. And then the elitist nerds like myself, well, I'm not even much of an elitist nerd, but sort of, will probably have nothing good to say about it but negative things. So though I do understand that if people like this, it is a nice method, and it isn't too OP, I guess, for XP rates, so I accept this update. Anyways, I'll probably give you guys an update sometime soon on what I've been doing on old school, and what I've kind of been preparing for. But I am about to hit like 120 million woodcutting pretty soon in this account, which is quite crazy, just from 60 mil now, roughly, from redwood trees. I remember when it came out, I was 60 mil. So yeah, basically it's been 60 mil XP exactly at redwoods, which is fucking 1,000 hours, I think, roughly, of AFKing. I don't even know what the actual XP rate is at redwoods. It used to be better, and then when they gave that invisible boost, it like made it much worse actually, and much less AFK. But yeah. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and yeah, tell me what you guys think about this update as well, if you think it's good or not, and all that good stuff.